When purchasing wood flooring for your home, there are a few factors that you want to keep in mind. One is the grade of your product. Two is the width of your boards. Three is the thickness of your boards. And fourth is the length of your boards. When you're talking to your flooring contractor or your flooring retailer, the first thing you want to figure out is what grade wood do I want for my home? Do I want a prime or select grade, or do I want a rustic or character grade? Major differences between these two grades: your prime or select has a very clean palette. There's very small, minimal knots. The knots must be smaller than 5 millimeters, as opposed to your rustic grade. You can see right here, there's a nice big pre-filled knot. They're going to be much more frequent and much larger on your rustic grade products. There'll also be much larger variation in the tone of the boards from plank to plank. Another factor that you want to keep in mind: what is the width that you want for your home? A lot of that is going to depend on the size of the rooms that you have in the home. You see a lot of homes today that are being built 3,000 square feet and greater. In those instances, you're going to want to focus on a wide board. A wide board is going to cost you more money. It's an 8-inch board. You've got a 7-inch board over here. And again, depending on the width that you want, that's going to really dictate as to what design that you're doing in your home. Another really important factor when you are buying flooring for your home: what thickness do I need the boards? Now, if you're dealing with a builder, he may have set all your staircases to 3/4 inch already, and that's what this is, 3/4 inch. If he hasn't done that yet, you want to take advantage of a 5/8 inch option. There could be as much as a 10% price difference between these two floors. Your 5/8 has a 4 mil wear layer. This is the top layer, real wood, and you'll get 3 or 4 sands out of that before that floor needs to be replaced. You'll probably never have to sand the floor that much, as opposed to a 3/4, which has a 6 mil wear layer, which you'll get 6 to 7 sands out of it, which means that the people that live in that house 50 years from now will still be sanding this floor. Another really important factor when deciding on a floor. Come over here, let me show you this. We've got our width, really wide board, and we've got our length. Take a look at this baby here. This is about an 8-foot board. Now listen, really important, when you're shopping for floors, say you're going between two companies, and one company is telling you that their boards are 1 through 10 foot in lengths, and the other company is telling you that their boards are 2 foot through 10 foot lengths. Sounds pretty similar. What you want to ask is, what is the average size of the board in those lengths? Because they might say you get as many 1-foot boards as 10-foot boards, which means that your average length is 4 foot, as opposed to somebody who says you'll get more longer boards as opposed to shorter boards, and your average might be 7 feet per bundle. And that is very important, because that's going to dictate in your home how many seams you have, how frequent the planks start and stop, and that is going to be important to the design in your home. A couple options to consider, few options to consider when you're picking out flooring for your brand new, beautiful home.